It's an awesome day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I am Adijari, and I'm the one that gives you the best, the first, and of course, the verified real estate information that will help you not to make a terrible real estate investment. In case you're coming across the channel for the first time, this is Property Matters. This is where we discuss everything you need to know about real estate investment, whether you are in diaspora, whether you're in Nigeria, and you're looking forward to a property channel that will guide you on step-by-step approach that you should put into consideration whenever you want to make a real estate investment. We've done an extensive guide on real estate development, real estate company. We've talked about how you can verify land titles, how you can, of course, verify the status of the land. We've gone as far as explaining, the do-it-yourself approach, some of the ways and measures that you can put into consideration whenever you want to buy real estate. In fact, I have done an extensive guide on how you can manipulate, how you can identify a manipulative real estate development firm. So if this sounds like an exciting thing to you, do well to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so that when I drop a video, you will be the very first to see it. I'll be back immediately after this short timeout. The clear difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich know how to make money, they know how to maximize money, and they know how to invest money. Today we adore the likes of the Obi Kubanas, we adore the likes of the Dangotes, we adore the likes of the Adenuga. But one clear secret they do basically is that they put their investment in cash flow. Today I'm right here at His Glory Court, Elenrogbe. The fascinating thing about Elenrogbe is that Elenrogbe is home to the proposed international airport and also to the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge. Here is the regional roads that connect Elenrogbe down to the popular Badore. You're thinking of cash flow, you're thinking of investment, you're thinking of having a property that will be an abode to people working at IBEJU Lekki, people working at Ekpe. Then this Glory Court is obviously the best investment opportunity for smart investors like you. Presently, his Glory Court is covered with a government official gazette and the governor's consent will be out in 2 months. So what are you waiting for? This is obviously the cash flow opportunity for smart investors like you. For more details about this property, how you can be among the early birds, how you can have multiple plots, contact the number below the caption of this video and you'll be glad you're making a wonderful investment opportunity. Bye and have a nice day. I'm super delighted to be back on your screen today. And today we're going to be talking about some 4 important cardinal points that you should put into consideration whenever you want to do real estate investment. For some time, I've been talking about the enormous benefits of the proposed Lekki International Airport. I've done an extensive explanation on some important things you should put into consideration. So today I'm going to continue from that series, and of course we may be having this episode in different series so that you can have an accurate understanding of the risk factor, the benefit, as well as some of the manipulations that may arise by dealing with a fraudulent real estate developer. In the last episode, I mentioned that ever since the international airport has been announced, a lot of developer firms have been struggling to get control to some sizable number of lands in this axis, and a lot of people are a lot of people have gone into panic buying, which is not an advisable thing. So today I'm going to be elaborating and explaining some things that you should put into consideration whenever you want to do a real estate investment in this time. And today I'm going to be showing you a geographical map of the IBEJU Lekki. So from the geographical map, you will see the important towns, zones, villages, as well as the infrastructure. Now, let me quickly explain something to you that when we were looking at the IBEJU Lekki master plan, we found out that government have divided IBEJU Lekki into different important zones. Number one, we have the residential zone, we have the commercial zone, we have the industrial zones, and of course, we have the government reserved zones. And a lot of people don't even understand that this master plan is what the Lagos state government would use, to control the activities of IBEJU Lekki. If you have listened very closely to the conversation that the present governor of Lagos State said, His Excellency Governor Babatunde Sanwo-Olu made a promise to Lagosians several times, and he said that they will try as much as possible for IBEJU Lekki not to become the next Apapa. And when you look at this, one of the things they've done basically is that they've mapped out some places for road projects, they've mapped out some places for bridges, they've mapped out some places for different projects. Now, like I explained in the previous video, I said that when you're coming or when you have been to IBEJU Lekki, it is very difficult for you to know where has been mapped out for road, where have been mapped out for drainages, where have been mapped out for different government projects. And that was why I said, and I mentioned in the previous video, that one of the things you need to put into consideration is that if you are doing an investment, you need to look beyond the advertisements they show you, and you need to work with a professional who understands this geographical, the division that Lagos State have done for IBEJU Lekki. Now, the work of the professional basically is that the professional will be in a very good position to tell you, okay, this is where has been marked for industrial zones, this is where that has been marked down for residential zones, and this is where it has been mapped for other purposes and projects that the Lagos State government will be doing. In the previous episode, I mentioned that the Lagos State government will be announcing the preferred bidder for the Fort Mainland Bridge. And I told you very well that the purpose of the Fort Mainland Bridge is to link some major part of the mainland down to IBEJU Lekki so that it can be easy flow of what? Of movement of people from the mainland down to IBEJU Lekki. So, and I also mentioned that in order to ease traffic and vehicular movement in the same IBEJU Lekki, government have decided to construct different coastal roads in this axis. Like for instance, when you look at the Akodo area of IBEJU Lekki, government have mapped out some areas of Akodo, which is the general hospital part of IBEJU Lekki, to connect to different part of Epe. That is not all. When you look at the Igondo Urudu axis of IBEJU Lekki, government have also, marked that place. In fact, information reaching us basically is that Dangote will be handling that road, and that Igondo road will start from that Eleko axis down to Victoria Island. So when you look at some of these major constructions and buildings and projects that government have allocated and marked for future commencement, you will understand very well that the Lagos State government is trying to avoid the errors they made at Ikeja. Of course, when we have traffic congestion and situations like that, that makes people spend hours. Okay, so what they're trying to do is that they are not trying to they don't want to repeat the same errors that we have at Ikeja, Apapa, and other parts of Lagos where we have major infrastructure. So this is why you need to understand that buying lands in IBEJU Lekki has gone beyond seeing and had online or calling the number. It has gotten to a point whereby you need to work with a seasoned professional, someone who understands this region, someone who can guide you, and of course, someone who can help you make the best real estate investments. So today I'm going to be talking about the international airport, and of course I have marked a lot of things. Like I said, this video will be in series, and I will try as much as I can to be as short as possible. I have a lot of information that I want to share, so all this information cannot just be contained in one series. In case you have not seen the previous series, of course you can go back, and of course at your leisure time, of course, do well to subscribe, check all those series. Everything we've explained very well is just to enable you to know what is going on, and also to guide you on where you should pitch your investment. I'll be back immediately after the short documentary. And of course, I know it's a long one, but do well to watch till the end, and you'll be glad you did. And of course, I'll be back immediately after the video to share more lights.
Economic development is a vital component of our economy's growth as it creates high-wage jobs and improves people's quality of life. The Lagos State government has planned another major means to create, attract, and maintain jobs in the new developing axis of IBEJU Lekki, likewise making lives easier. While the role of economic developers is frequently overlooked, creating and maintaining major developments for a region is an important component of a healthy economy and society. This led to the aim of building an international airport in Lekki Ekwe to bring development, ease down tension on Muritala Mohammed International Airport Ikeja, and also to be of service to the fast-growing area of Lagos State. Details about the new Lekki Ekwe International Airport. Due to the large volume of people streaming in and out of Lagos, as well as the strain on the sole existing airport, The Lagos State government started the new International Airport project in IBEJU, Lekki. The new International Airport Development Project, ongoing at Lekki-Ekpe axis, is located in Ekpe, east of Lagos, Nigeria. It is adjacent to Alaro City. The master plan is complete and the airport site has been secured on 3,500 acres. The airport is designed to handle 5 million passengers per year with more room for development in the future. The Lekki Airport project's first phase is anticipated to cost $450 million and it will be located around 10 kilometers from the Lekki Free Trade Zone. It will be designed to accommodate the Airbus A380, the world's largest passenger airliner, and will be designated as a Code F airport. The new airport will relieve congestion at the aging Murtala Mohammed International Airport, as well as serve the fast-growing industrial Lekki district, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, Dangote's 650,000 barrel per day refinery, the Lekki Free Zone, and other locations. Apart from its primary purpose, the new airport will enhance both residential and commercial infrastructure. IBEJU Lekki has already landed significant projects like the Free Trade Zone, putting it one step closer to being Africa's next commercial hub. Challenges faced in constructing the new airport. The newest development has faced so many challenges in the past. For instance, in the year 2015, around May, the development of the Lekki-Ekpe International Airport is reportedly stalled due to local landowner opposition to the land acquisition process, as well as delays in investors coming to the airport financing. Shola Oworu, the former Lagos State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, acknowledged that the state government is looking for investors and that construction on the project will resume once new funding is secured. The state administration is also returning some of the land it has bought to 98 local villages, some of which had been purchased for a planned perimeter road. Meanwhile, the project has continued to progress steadily. Major hubs in the axis of the new airport. The Lekki Free Trade Zone is in close proximity to the airport. The Lekki Free Trade Zone, which was established in 2006, is a modern free zone that follows international best practices. The zone's 16,500 hectares are separated into 4 quadrants and administered by a variety of operators, taking advantage of Lagos State's status as West Africa's main distribution hub. The Lekki Free Zone is situated in Lagos State's southeast portion, with the Atlantic Ocean to the south and the Lekki Lagoon to the north. It is 50 kilometers from Victoria Island, Lagos, and is bordered by 5 kilometers of coastline. Another major hub in the axis is the Alaro City. The city is located in the Lekki Free Zone's northwest quadrant in Lagos, Nigeria. The city is conveniently located on the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, providing easy access to Lagos and the rest of Nigeria. To the south of the city, the largest deep sea port in West Africa is now under construction. Dangote Refinery is also located in the axis. Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, is building the continent's largest oil refinery, a fertilizer factory, a petrochemical plant, and a subsea gas pipeline project, which is valued at $17 billion. Another notable establishment in the axis is the Lekki Seaport. The Lekki Seaport is the largest deep-water port in West Africa and is also being built, allowing exports to West Africa and beyond. Local and international investors are flocking to the zone. What are the benefits of the project? The new international airport in Lekki-Ekpe will provide so many benefits to both the residents and the government of Lagos State. Also, improvements to the economy of the state. Other benefits include investment opportunity. The massive development is going to provide a lot of opportunities for a secure and long-term investment. However, before you begin signing checks, you must first comprehend the significance of land titles and pricing. The majority of the land near the airport does not have a C of O land title. The majority of the titles you see there are either accessions in progress or gazettes. This explains the disparities in gross price between different real estate firms. Make sure any block of land in IBEJU Lekki has a legal C of O title before paying for it. Granted, your agent may tell you that a gazette or excision in a procedure is a done deal and that you don't need to worry. Nevertheless, if you're knowledgeable with how the Nigerian system works, you'll understand that there is no guarantee until you have proper documentation. Land appreciation. Properties on the periphery of an airport appreciate up to 40% in value in the first few years after the airport's completion, and the rate rises to around 80% after the airport operations are fully operational. Once landed property is strategically placed close enough to gain all of the benefits of living near an airport while remaining far enough away to avoid the drawbacks of living too close to an airport, such as noise pollution and potential health consequences, housing costs rise as a result of the extra benefits of convenience. Hence, this serves as a great benefit to investors in the area. Here are the completed projects in Lagos, Nigeria. Click on the video.
Welcome back. Now, from the video, you can now see that the international airport is going to be a major economic game changer to the Ibejuleki axis. The birth of the international airport, and of course, when the international airport becomes fully operational, we're going to witness large influx of people, investors, foreign and expatriates coming to do a lot of investment and of course normal business activities. I can assure you that rental income or rental value of properties in this axis will skyrocket. There will be a lot of massive search for virgin land, okay? And of course, a lot of people who have owned properties in this axis will witness economic prosperity because of what demand of landed property. Now, how can you invest? Now, this video, I'm going to be showing you where to invest and the kind of investment you can position in this region. Now, in the previous episode, I've established that the international airport is situated at the Ayetoro axis of Ibejuleki. Now, that simply means that when you have a property at Ayetoro, you are in business. If you have a property at Elerobe, you're in business. If you have a property at, of course, the Alara City, of course, the Alara City is a little bit a distance from there, you are still in business. Of course, Eleko axis, you're in business. If there are housing scheme, you're in business, and other parts of Ibejuleki. Now, what can you do? If you are going for a property that is facing the airport, okay, like something you're seeing over there, yes. So for this kind of property, I will not advise you do a residential structure there, and I'll explain why. If you should look at the Ikeja International Airport for houses that are very close, to the airport, okay. Of course, I stayed with my auntie for like I think a year plus before I migrated here to the island. Now, while I was there, we used to experience a lot of noises, and these noises is due to the fact that aircraft are taking off and aircraft are landing. Okay, so doing a residential property in front of the Ayatollah scheme will not be suitable, although people have their likes and people have their differences. For some people, a residential apartment will do well, but for some people, I as a professional, if I'm to do a property within that Ayatollah axis, I would go for a commercial property. Now, what can you build at these axes? More importantly, if you're going for a commercial property, the very first thing you can do basically is that you can do an an office space. You can build a large office space where you will rent it out and make a lot of money. Okay, you can also go into restaurant business. You can build a big restaurant, a big eatery, and of course, if you do that within the international airport access, you're also in business. You can also go into hotel and hospitalities. Okay, if you own an hotel and hospitality business in this, and of course, for all these things I'm mentioning, You can only do all the structures and build all these buildings in a commercial plot. Okay, so commercial buildings will do fantastically well in this axis. So you're looking for hospitality business, you're looking for hotel business, you're looking for shops, rent, of course. For some of my Ikeja brothers, my Indigo brothers, you can of course bring a lot of your investment there. Your spare part business will do well if you have multiple shops. Okay, it will do well. You will make a lot of money collecting rental value from people. Okay, now you can also look at doing something like a gym, a clubhouse, a spa. So think of any businesses. Okay, like what we have. You can, of course, you can do a mall. A mall will do fantastically well. A mall will do well. Like for instance, you can own like a clothing brand, a fashion brand. These are some of the things that you can do in Ayatoro because of the activities of the aircraft. A lot of foreign and local investors will be coming here, and of course, you'll be in business if you have all of these businesses I've mentioned. So you can do all this fantastic work in the Ayatoro. Now, when we now go to now, Ayatoro is in two parts. We have the Ayatoro facing the proposed international airport, and we have the other part of Ayatoro facing the Lekki Expressway. So for those places, of course, you can do a two-bedroom apartment, you can do a three-bedroom apartment, you can even do short let. Okay, the other part of Ayatoro will do well. Now, but if you want to go into the residential proper, you can go for his glory court. Now, his glory court is located at Elenogbe, which is also a border town with the proposed international airport. At the moment, we have just oh, I'm marketing. I'm supposed to educate, but let me just quickly tell you what we have there. So you can do a residential property there, and of course, you will gain a good return. Of course, there are other places that you can do an investment. Of course, if there are some other investments that you can do here that I've not mentioned, of course, you can comment below, and of course, let's have an interactive, educative section. So these are the kind of investment. Now, how soon should you put an investment here? And like they've always said in real estate, money is made the very first day you invest in real estate. Okay, so your money you start making return the moment you pitch an investment here. Now, what must you now do? Under no circumstances must you go to all these axes and buy a property that is not C of O or governor's consent. It doesn't matter what you are being told. They will fix it. If it is not governor's consent, if it's not CFO, my brothers, my sisters, both at home and in diaspora, please just leave that investment for whoever is selling it. Now you can only buy, okay, you can go for an excision, you can go for a gazette, only if you have the intention of getting the title to a CFO. Okay, so these are some of the things you need to understand, and these are how you can tap into the unsearchable riches of the proposed international airport. Okay, now what are the red flags that you need to look out for before making an investment in this real? Of course, there are some real estate red flag. Now, in instances, okay, where people are trying to, make you make an investment without doing an adequate search. In the previous video, I said that it is not only title check you will do, you will also do a general check that shows where these places have been zoned. I explained at the commencement of this video, I told you that IBEJU Lekki is zoned into different places. We have the industrial part of IBEJU Lekki, we have the commercial part of IBEJU Lekki, we have the residential zone of IBEJU Lekki, and we also have the government reserve zone. So you need to do a thorough check because there are some places where government have revoked some titles. So you need to do a thorough check because at this point, there's going to be a rush for sale. A lot of real estate investors will be pushing you to make that investment because of their own personal gain. So you need to understand that your investment does not fall under the government reserve zone, and whatever investment you are doing, you must know that you have an adequate backup and adequate, provisions in the contract of sale that is protecting your interests. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain of today's episode of Property Matters. If you found value, and of course, if this sounds educative, do us a favor, turn on the subscription bell, um, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell. Sorry, after of course, share this video, and until I come again, and of course, to discuss other real estate activities with you. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for following us. I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice day. God bless you.